And did you ever wonder why they only get a month or so this time to figure out the budget and some of these laws? Last year they had a whole bunch longer. Well, it dates all the way back to the mid-1800s when Oregon first became a state. So how did we get here? Oregon's first temporary legislature met in 1845 with a single body and no set schedule. The current legislative system was adopted in 1859 when Oregon was recognized as a state.
The first meeting was in the fall of 1860 for a brief 20 to 30 day session.
After that, Oregon lawmakers decided to meet only every 2 years and only for a month or two. Oregon has a citizen legislature. They're not professional politicians. The idea is that lawmakers also have a day job outside the session.
People back then, it was mostly farmers, would set their hoe aside and they would come to Salem.
It took some of the farmer lawmakers a long time to get there.
To come from Pendleton or Medford or Brookings up to Salem when there were no cars.
And there wasn't much to do. The population was still pretty small back then.
They kept meeting in the falls of every odd-numbered year until 1885, when they moved the sessions to January. Why? Because of the farmers. The fall is harvest time.
But by 2010, when, we had cars and planes, and Oregon was one of only 5 states holding a legislative session every 2 years, well, lawmakers started to wonder, does this really make sense? So in 2010, voters passed a constitutional amendment requiring lawmakers to meet every year.
It was put on the ballot for the Oregon voters, and the Oregon voters very overwhelmingly supported it.
Now, they're required to meet for 160 days in odd-numbered years, that's the regular session, and 35 days in even-numbered years, that's the short session we have this year. 5-day extensions are allowed by a 2/3 vote in both houses. During odd-numbered years, the session starts on the Tuesday after Martin Luther King Jr. Day and the first full week of February in even-numbered years. Special sessions can also be called if there's an emergency for lawmakers to deal with. Most recently, 3 special sessions were called in 2020 to deal with the COVID-19 pandemic.
This is our time. I never knew it'd be this bad, but this is our time.
There's no limit on the length or the number of special sessions that can be called. In the 164 years that Oregon lawmakers have been meeting, they've passed some real landmark innovations. Vote by mail, the beach bill, the bottle bill, and they've had some bitter battles.
There have been walkouts and fights and feuds since the beginning. And there were times when the legislators hid to avoid getting a quorum, were the bitterest, most vicious, most expensive fights for many, many years.
And that's how we got here.